When you get up to them orange cones, have her halt. Okay, walk her on. Push her over the rail a little bit. Yep. When you get to the black bag, do a halt. So you're going to say her name and lift. Okay, back her up. Stick the stick in front. Good job. Now eyes up. As soon as you walk on, you can push. Yep, there you go. When you get
leading on
near them
a
red
loose
things, you can
line
haul. I don't care
gives
where,
a
in
horse
between, on the
confidence,
side, I don't care.
and it takes out nervousness.
Very nice. Give her a rub. So
Most
halt at all your
people
obstacles
lead a horse
just to work
and
on
they,
that.
with their right hand, they grab the line right under the horse's throat, and that teaches the horse to be pushy.
Good job.
Teaches him to crowd,
Push.
and it makes a fearful horse.
There you go.
If you're walking along and holding someone's hand,
You don't want to keep the stick in her face. Slow her down,
and
push,
relaxing, going
pitch.
to the park or wherever,
So when you go through here,
and all
turn
of a
toward me.
sudden,
Slow her down.
the person whose hand you're holding
Get that
grips your
stick way out in
hand
front of her face and turn your head and pinch her with
tenses
your
her
right
body.
hand
That
if she doesn't
strikes
turn.
fear.
Good,
Like,
good.
what's the matter?
And then get the stick out of her face.
Same thing with the horse
Eyes
or
up.
leading a dog. If you have a relaxed body position and your eyes are up, looking where you're going, and there's no tension on the line, that creates harmony,
That's a better look.
relaxation.
You're doing fine. Hang in there.
This is her first time leading the horse in a new way,
And then get the stick out
and
once she
the turns
complies.
to the right are
Yeah.
very difficult.
Wiggle for slow.
When we lunge,
Yep, there
we
you
just
go.
want
Look.
to walk and halt.
Now think about
Very
halting
well
on the
before
circle.
we
So you're
ever
going to get
try
really quiet, say your name, step out in
trot.
front and lift your line. Lift and lift.
We
Very
want to be able
good.
to change
Now
the
push
horse's
her out.
direction, but when we ask,
Push her out. Both hands up
We
in the
don't want
air
the
and make her
horse to
right
turn
front
and
step.
face
Yeah,
us
push,
unless we
push,
ask.
walk, keep walking. Softer
So
with the pushing.
she'll perfect this. It's her
Keep on
first
until she
time,
goes that way.
and soften
That way.
the cues.
Yeah, you need her to go that way.
So here I'm just demonstrating when I turn to the right, you notice I turn my head and I turn and look over. I'm backing him up here. Over his wither. This is how you get a tight turn. If you look where you want the horse to go, you have to slow him down on your turn until you get in sync with them, maybe even back him up, but turn your head and look over his wither, and then the horse will yield.
So after she does a lap, you're going to ask her to halt. You're going to take your energy down. You're going to step out in front and lift your line. Becca and lift. Good.
So this horse has come
Now
a
ask her
long
to
way.
walk on before she comes into you.
I'm working with
Good.
his owner.
Very nice. Point the
Once
stick
a
behind
week.
her front leg to remind her,
When
don't
we
come
can,
in
the
gently.
weather's
Step
nicer.
and point behind her front leg.
And in this
Step
video, you'll see
and point.
her improvement.
Yep. And then make your
Even though
whip
she's
quiet
doing
and ask her to
a good
halt
job
again.
right here.
Becca
As
and lift. Yep. Good. Now
and the
push her
only
front end
reason
out
we
like I
lift the
showed you.
line to halt
Both hands
is
up
so
and make
we
her
don't
take a step
pull
to the
the
right.
horse to us. Again, this is a little
It's like
abrupt.
this. Soft,
Want to
soft. Get that
soften it
up.
up,
Step
push.
toward her. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Looking for the right
Almost
front
there.
to step
Now
away.
lift. Good. Now send her off again and get to your
We
lunge
don't have
circle.
to
Look where
raise
you're
our hand
going.
so high, but that's typical
Good job.
of
Now I want you to send her through the
new
obstacles.
people
So your
learning
first one is them orange cones. Look at them
over-exaggerating,
out
and
ahead of
that's
you.
okay.
See your orange
So if we
cones?
ask the horse to halt and
And
pull
then you're
on the
looking at
rope
the red
toward us,
ones.
that's what makes horses turn in.
Put your hand
And
down
their
lower.
butt goes away to face you. And that's all well and good if you ask for it.
Nice.
But we want to teach
Hey,
them
almost got it.
to stay out on the lunge first. It's when people are learning,
Okay, let
it's
her get
hard
out
for them
ahead
to
of you.
manage the line.
Send her
and
right
the
through
width.
those obstacles again.
She could
choke
choke
up on your
the
line so
left
she
hand
doesn't
and
step
shorten
on
that
it.
line
Look
as
where
she's
you want her
doing
to
here.
go. Push the front
Even
end.
more and push the horse away. And we lunge on a very short line because we can make corrections swifter. And once we have that connection and harmony, then you can use a longer line. I'm not a fan of lunging
Looking
to
good.
tire them out. I want to lunge them or lead
Good.
them through obstacles
Nice.
to work
Whenever
their
you're ready,
brain,
you're going to change her direction, just
Get
like you
them
were on a
soft.
regular lunge circle.
soften their
So
face,
when she comes through these
soften
cones,
their hindquarters.
you're going to pull her head and drive
and
her
we
hip
ask them
away.
to disengage
Look at her hip.
and
Yeah.
looking
Pause.
to us
Back her
for
up.
what we want to do next.
Good. Now
She's
pause.
doing here.
Very nice. Now look your other direction. That was beautiful. That's fine. That's fine. You get them next time. Even this one. Just go where you can go and then line her up. Think about where you're going. This is her harder direction. Stay a little behind her in the drive-in position. Look to your next obstacle. If you miss it, that's
And
fine.
she can choke up
You
on
can
the
get
line a
red
little
ones.
bit
Good
here.
job.
But this
When you go
task
through the next ones, the orange
not
ones, change
easy
your direction again.
for
Pull her head and drive her hip. Step toward her hip. Back
beginners
her up.
at doing this.
Yep.
And when we disengage,
Good
we don't
job.
want to pull our arm to our
Very nice.
hip and behind. We want to keep our hand out front
waiting
and give
on
a
you.
little pull and an immediate release as we look at the hip to disengage.
Nice. Very good. Wiggle for slow. Make your whip quiet. Good job. Very nice, Nick. Now look to your turn. Push the air and pinch at her pole if she doesn't turn. You got to turn your head this way. Yep. Soft, soft. And now come this way, because you already went the other way. Maybe halter at some of the obstacles.
We don't want to pull back with our right hand. We want to lift. That's a muscle memory on a person's part. They're used to pulling back, so they're going to pull back, 5 or 25 times until they
And get rid of your
learn
whip.
to do something different and create a new muscle
drop-
memory.
Yeah, just drop it, because you
Same
can
thing
use the
with the
tail
horse.
end.
Only the horse learns quicker than the human. And that includes me. If I'm trying to learn something new, that's
Good. Nice.
not what I typically do.
So when you stop at
I'm
these
all
red
sense.
ones, haul and back up. So you just wiggle the
Everyone
rope
says I
in your
make it
right
look
hand.
easy 'cause
And if
I've
she doesn't respond,
for
back her
years.
up. You can tap her in the chest. Good.
But when I'm
Good. With the
trying
tail
to
of
pick
it.
up a new task and somebody's trying to show me,
Watch out, because she likes to attack chickens.
it's horrible. So
She,
I know.
she'd go for it when she's being led. She chases them all out of her pen. Very nice.
So her right hand is down low. She's looking where she's going. The horse is not crowding. It's perfect.
Very good.
It's a week later. And here she has no lead rope attached. So the horse is just mirroring her energy. She has the whip in her left hand. If the horse doesn't keep up with her, she can extend it and just show it to the horse's bum. And if the horse doesn't respond, tap the bum. This is a horse
Get
that
the stick toward her hindquarters and the eyes
prior
up.
to coming here
There you go.
was led
Next
with a
time you
chain
back
over its
her up, I
nose.
want the stick way out in
for
front of her
years.
chest.
And
So it's 1, 2 before you
it
touch her
pushed into
chest.
the
Way out
pressure
in
of the
front.
chain.
Yes.
just
very
like
nice.
Similar to a dog
Very good. And then stick back toward her
dragging
hindquarters.
the handler. Not so much as dragging, but
Eyes
certainly
up.
not light in hand. Pushing against the chain and
Very
when
nice.
asked to halt, there would be a pull back on the chain. Very light, but still
Looking
pull
good.
backwards. The horse never has to meet that contact. If you get together and then
We
teach the
just
horse
pulled
to
her out of the
walk when
pen,
you
and
walk
I have
and
not
halt
even
when you
touched her
halt.
yet. She's thinking
Showing
about
here with
rolling.
no
Go ahead
lead
and
rope.
let her. You can just
She
go
wants to
out of the
roll,
way.
so we're gonna let her.
Because the rope's dragging on the ground. Good.
And then take up this
Very
new
nice.
task.
I love the way she's looking at you. So you want to check her before she
This
encroaches
is
on your
what I did
space.
with her when I first met her.
Yep. Good. And let your
To
energy
keep
down
her
once you
distance away,
respawn.
because she was very aggressive. She had kicked the farrier, and she had bit the owner's.
Okay, your rope's on the ground and she's way. Yep.
So for a
So you got to
horse
send her over to the
that's
rail.
very pushy
Open that door.
or
Like
aggressive,
yes, like you're lunging her over.
I wanna
Good. Now
keep
pull her
them
head and drive her
a very
hip, but
far
don't let her
distance.
overtake you.
and even posture and throw a kick at them like a lead mare, because
Check
I don't
her.
want
She's
them
she's
to
getting
think
way
they're
up
driving
ahead.
me.
Send her back to the rail. You
And
stay
she'll
where you
improve
are.
as she goes, and she does.
And
she
next
does
time,
very
don't let her
well.
start gaining on you. Keep her at the back of your rope. Okay, so as soon as you walk off, you got to check her because she keeps overtaking you. It's her
This
job to stay
position,
right behind
when
you
I
on the rail.
First meet a horse that's
Check
liable
her.
to kick or bite me.
Good. And that's where
I
she
don't
should
wanna be
stay.
in
She
the
shouldn't
danger
start walking
zone.
up towards you.
So this is where I want to be and get a little respect.
Yeah, very good.
And it's also very good for going through gates, as you're going to see in a little bit.
Put her on the rail. Open that door.
The following
Yes.
week,
Look.
the
Yes.
owner will use what
There
she
you
learned
go.
here
Very nice.
to bring the
Back
horse
her
to a
up a
gate
little.
and make her wait patiently.
Good.
I've worked with many horses that have injured themselves coming quickly through
Make
the
it
stall
happen if
door
you ask.
with the
Yep.
hook on it,
Don't let
'cause
her
they
crawl
won't
on
wait,
top of
they
you.
just
Good
fly
job.
out. And then when they hurt themselves, they fly out faster. So we can teach them patience, wait for instruction.
Yep. Send her back over. Tap the ground. Say, don't come in the middle. I want you on the rail. Good
Be able to
job.
move their body from a distance instead of having to go up
Good
and
job.
manually grab them at the throat and back them up.
Wiggle for slow. Go ahead and change her direction on the fly. Take your time. You're going to pull her head and drive her hip. Step toward her hip. Yep. You got to do
The
it slower
circle
next
I
time.
put on the ground is a guide,
Next time you're going to stop her,
We
back
have
her
to
up, and
totally
exhale,
stay
and
in
take
it,
your time switching equipment.
but we don't ever want our
So,
horse
whenever you're, look where
coming
you're going.
into that circle.
There you
Many
see,
horses,
she
when
quit
they're
looking at you,
lunged,
and look where she is going when you look where
When the
you're
owner
going.
tries to change
So
their
put your
direction,
whip in
the
the
horse
dirt because
comes
you're going to
in
be halting her.
to their
Say her
circle,
name.
and the
And
handler moves away.
good. Now push her
And
out
then the
right
horse
front.
thinks
So
he's
put
in
the
charge.
whip up by her pole,
She does very good here,
like I did. Yeah, there you go.
maintaining her ground
Keep going
there.
until she moves that right front.
Pushing to the
There.
right front right
Now
there.
exhale.
Very
Keep
nice.
your whip in the dirt. Try to keep your whip.
And
Yes.
then halt. We don't
Okay,
want
look
the
where you
horse
want her
just
to go and
going
send her off.
and mind the circles.
Point
we
where you want
to
her to-
give him clear
Oh.
direction.
Okay.
And here,
Don't let
the
her come
horse
into
should
your
not
circle.
come into her circle. So she's walking toward the horse, which is good, or a little behind the horse.
Don't walk ahead of her.
Now
You're
she's
walking
too
ahead
far
of her.
ahead,
Stay
she needs
behind
to
her.
Let the horse catch up a
Right
little
like
bit.
that. Yep.
But we don't want to back up, or that draws the horse
Whenever
into
you're
the
ready,
circle.
have her halt.
And we don't want to
Correct.
pull on the horse's
Yeah.
face to halt,
Now push her head out
or that makes the horse come
on
into
the
a
arc.
circle.
Keep going till that left front
It's a
steps away.
request
Very
if
good.
we
And
want the horse
lift
to face us.
for halt. Good. Now send her off again. Now I want you to change your direction. I want you to think about it. You're going to pull her head and step toward her hip and then back her up. So shorten the line on her face. Step toward her hip. Pull her face and step. Yeah, good. Now back her up. Good. Now switch hands. Take your time. Point where you want to go and look where you want to go. Yep. The
So
minute
she
you take your head
points
and look
and
where you want to go,
looks.
she goes, got it.
And the horse goes, I know what you want.
And one
You're
more
looking where you're
halt
going.
whenever you're ready.
Just like under saddle, the horse can feel it. You can feel the open door, feel the intent.
Good, and now just push her out. So she halted nice, you just want to push her out. And lift. Good. Push her out again.
Why is this important?
Wiggle,
This is
wiggle,
like stand
wiggle.
to be mounted
Back her
or
up.
stand at
Don't
the
stop
block.
wiggling
When I
till
put
she
you
backs
somewhere,
up one.
don't keep
There you
moving.
go. Now exhale.
I put you somewhere for
And
a
your whip
reason.
needs, yeah, go in the... Yep, look where you want her to go. Yep, good. And pull her head and drive her hip away. Back her up.
This is something the horse couldn't do.
There, good. And then grab the
A
gate.
few weeks ago. She couldn't go through a gate without you going through first. She couldn't follow a feel and go, and now she's paying attention.
Very good.
There's more than one way to go through a gate. None of them are wrong, as long as everybody's safe. When you go through a small gate, it can be dangerous to go through a small gate together.
Good. Very
And
nice.
especially with a saddle on. I've seen wrecks and heard about wrecks. I would have corrected a lot sooner here. 1, 2, bam. When people bring a horse through a narrow gate, especially with the stirrups,
Checker.
and
Yep.
a stirrup gets hung up on a latch, that's disastrous.
And then give her a rub for being a good girl.
So it's important that the horse can wait.
Back up.
And if you do go through a gate with
So just give
stirrups,
her
that
a
you put the
pat.
stirrup up on the horn, or if it's English, flap it over. And don't go near any pins with the stirrup that's hanging down. And in these two situations, she was late in her corrections. If she was shortening her line and minding the horse's head, she would have never got her head down and wouldn't have had to be corrected. But again, this is all new. She's doing a fantastic job. Fantastic.
1, 2, Nikki, just
And
1,
with
2.
the back up, I'd go 1, 2,
Good, and then back in the
spank,
gate.
with the line up in front of her chest. Hitting them in the chest with the ropes, a lot kinder. Here's the other incident. A lot kinder than shank in the face. So, because it's big and fat and muscly. Or even with the whip, the butt end of the whip, give them a little pop in the front of their chest. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoy teaching, and it's very rewarding to see how far they come.